Hello, my name is Jason O'Rourke. I'm head teacher at Washingborough Academy. I'd like to talk to you about our food education culture at our school. Our job as educators is to provide the skills and knowledge that will enable our children to lead full and rewarding lives. At Washingborough Academy, we put a great deal of emphasis on our children's food education, as we see it as a vital component of them fulfilling their potential both academically and physically. We aim to inspire and develop a culture and love of food in our children. Everybody has to eat, and we want to give our children the ability and confidence to make informed choices about their diet. With 1 in 5 children now classed as overweight or obese by the time they enter primary school at reception, and this alarming figure increasing to 1 in 3 by the time they leave primary school at year 6, it is more important than ever to help develop children's love and understanding about food. We're going through difficult times with children's health, with more children under the age of 16 acquiring type 2 diabetes, which is a result of lifestyle choices. Children's lack of awareness of where their food comes from is depressing. In a recent survey, nearly a third of 5 to 7-year-olds thought that cheese came from a plant, not an animal, while 1 in 4 older primary school pupils, aged 8 to 11, thought the same. In addition, just over 1 in 5 of the infants and 13% of the older children believe that animals provide us with pasta, and that fish fingers are made of chicken, and fruit pastels are one of your 5 a day. These stark examples indicate that today's children have a disconnect with the food that they consume and do not understand where their food comes from. There has been money given to schools to support active lifestyles in primary schools through the sports funding. However, you cannot outrun a bad diet. And by including food education in the curriculum, you are able to really engage children in all types of ways through a cross-curricular approach. And having done this for many years here at Washingborough, we can tell the difference in our children's food literacy. Here at Washingborough Academy, we have put food education at the heart of our learning ethos. We see it as such an important aspect of children's well-being and their health. One of the first projects we worked on was creating a children's kitchen where the classes could come and learn basic cooking skills such as fruit preparation, chopping skills and different cooking techniques. The work surfaces are all at children's height, and we have induction hobs and triple glazed ovens. We have all the utensils and pots and pans that you could need, as well as kitchen gadgets such as smoothie makers and dehydrators. Every week we have a healthy snack shack where the children make healthy snacks to sell for 50p. This is a separate business that children run, where they order the food themselves for snacks such as sweet potato and chilli muffins, frittata with produce from the school gardens, and homemade crumpets with a fruit coulis from our own raspberry canes. The profits of this venture then provide the ingredients for the following week and help with utensils and other cooking equipment we need, therefore not impacting on our whole school budget.
Oh, that's amazing.
5 years ago, we had our own commercial kitchen installed into the school. Prior to this, every child was bringing in a packed lunch. We initially had an external provider cooking in the kitchen, but when we realised that the standard of the food was not what we wanted, we took our provision in-house and employed our own school chef. This meant that we had to start from scratch with sourcing suppliers, and we immediately set our stall out to support local businesses and have seasonal food from Lincolnshire. A year later, we were the first and still the only in-house school caterer in the country to hold the prestigious Soil Association Gold catering mark and provide our children and 2 other local primary schools with outstanding, freshly prepared food on a daily basis. Our menus celebrate locally sourced seasonal ingredients from Lincolnshire and the bordering counties, which in itself has encouraged support from and forged strong links with local businesses. Our lunch hall, Food Glorious Food, has music playing to create a pleasant atmosphere, proper plates and cutlery, and our older children don a uniform and act as salad servers and aqua sommeliers. working alongside members of staff to mentor our young pupils, promoting good behaviour, manners and a positive attitude towards food. We're fortunate to have plenty of outdoor space to work with, although this type of education can equally be delivered in schools with less space and ones in inner cities. Within our grounds, we have vegetable beds for every class, a Lincolnshire heritage apple orchard with local varieties of apples such as Ingles Pippin, Peasgood Nonsuch from Grantham and Bolingbroke Beauty, which originated from Eden Farms and Old Bolingbroke. This orchard provides fruit for our commercial kitchen and weekly food education lessons. We've also built a wood-fired pizza oven where the children developed their own pizza toppings from the produce we have grown in the grounds. We have our own herb garden we've cultivated, which supports our own food education lessons as well as providing fresh herbs for our commercial kitchen. We also have 3 beehives, and we plan to use the produce from this in our curriculum food lessons and also for our children's school lunches. And we've just developed 1,000 square metres to provide vegetables for our school meals all year round. We have cultivated partnerships that enrich and support our food culture. We were chosen as a pilot school for the Jamie Oliver Kitchen Garden project, are an ambassador school for the Food for Life, and were awarded the Educatoring School Food Plan Award in 2016. We recently awarded the Food for Life Gold School Award. We also extended our food education culture overseas with partnerships in China, Poland and Slovenia. Head teachers from Tangsheng in China came to visit us last year and were so inspired by the growing areas that we have that they developed a similar approach in their own school grounds. We've set up an Erasmus project with a school in Poland and Slovenia entitled Read, Write, Eat, where we have developed and adapted our own cultural stories from each other's countries based around food. A recent exhibition of the children's modified fairy stories was a great success, with tales such as Goldilocks and the Three Pears and the Little Cherries and the Big Bakewell Tart. Our work has been recognised by the Department of Health and the Department for Education for our approach to children's health and our ethos, and has been used as a case study for the Children's Obesity Plan. We've recently launched the Sapir method of taste education in the UK with a successful 2-day conference attended by food writers, local councils, academics and schools. We are working with the University of Lincoln and Amsterdam University around research for the pilot phase of the programme. The conference was featured in the Sunday Times last year in their food magazine. Now, the knowledge about food that determines someone's future food preferences happens not at a logical level, but through the senses. Until you can truly know a food and decide whether you like it or not, you need to have interacted with it, and this happens through the senses. Touch, smell, hearing and sight, as well as taste. Our Flavour School is a programme of lessons and simple, fun experiments that help school children and adults learn about the senses, textures, tastes and flavour in order to give them more confidence and curiosity to try new things, a fundamental building block for developing healthy attitudes to food and eating. This method of learning about food is not about cooking per se, which can be a barrier for adults who may not be confident in their own skills. Of course, it can lead on to making healthy dishes, but it's about children being exposed to new ingredients through explicit lessons focused around using their senses. Our teachers plan the lessons initially, and the LSAs deliver them, but now the LSAs are keen to plan them themselves, which is wonderful, as confidence among staff in delivering our food curriculum has grown immensely. Teachers say that the food days that we've included into our curriculum are the highlight of the theme that is being taught, and the children echo that sentiment. Our children try ingredients that they would not try at home, as parents often inform us, such as blue cheese, anchovies, coriander and beetroot, to name but a few, and discover that they really enjoy them. And by using the Flavour School techniques, we're able to expand the children's food horizons and emphasise that it is great to try new tastes and textures. This food literacy also expands into our wider curriculum approach to educating children about where their food comes from and trying different tastes. we regularly hold food days that are focused around one type of food, such as potatoes, eggs, tomatoes. Our teachers plan history and geography lessons around these individual ingredients, such as how potatoes originally arrived in England, and looking at Tudor culture, the air miles that food sometimes has to travel, and then using their mathematical skills to alter recipes to feed more people, weighing and measuring of ingredients, and also all the scientific knowledge and skills that come with them growing and cooking their own dishes. We are incredibly proud of the food culture we have at our school and the positive impact it has and will continue to have on our children's lives and those of the wider community. Thank you for watching. If you'd like any more information, then please do get in contact.